Pookie's Place by Leigh Pearson. I see trees that are green, some burnt black and brown, skies blue and grey as black clouds swirl round. And I cry to myself, what a cruel, cruel world. Yes, I cry to myself, what a cruel yet wonderful world. Apologies to Louis Armstrong. If I start at the beginning, Pookie was a character in a book created by the children's writer Ivy-L. Wallace. Pookie was a little white rabbit with blue eyes and a pair of little wings. He moulded my heart and soul and filled my head with fear and dread for the animals, birds, pixies and goblins that lived in the forest. He protected them from the bad humans cutting down the forest with their bulldozers. It was Pookie who planted the first seeds of conservation in my fertile imagination. I was 5 years old and he was my mentor. Pookie was to me what Greta Thunberg is to this generation. 30 years ago, we bought a small block near Esk and attended a forest farmers course at Bundamba TAFE. I liked our teacher Ron straight away, and it wasn't because he blew up the teacher's microwave, drying out soil, the acrid smoke billowing across the room. Ron was a modern-day Pookie, passionate about pH levels in soil essential for growing healthy trees, the heart, the soul, the lungs of life. 1,000 trees later, we needed more land. We bought a bare 29-hectare block at Paddy Gully-esque. A trickling creek ran down its boundary. Now you're probably wondering why we purchased a bare block. The answer's simple. The government was restricting the clearing of native forests. Grandkids popped up like proverbial mushrooms. We decked them out in gumboots and equipped them with tiny shovels, eager to mould them into a new generation of woodland warriors. We told them, like Pookie, we were growing the birds and animals and them a home. The fictional Pookie reminded me of the passion raging in the heart of our youngest daughter, who in grade 1 wrote letters to the government begging them to stop the approval of seal slaughtering. Her scratchy, misspelt letters smeared by tears as she raged in protest at the cruelty of humanity. We'd created our own little Pookie. Paddy Gully snakes slowly interwoven her dam. Following heavy rains, it becomes a raging torrent, recently claiming a life. We really do live in a cruel, cruel world. Fires, feral animals, floods, drought, and growing old threaten our dream to harvest as we watch spectacular sunsets settle into night, exposing stars that watch over the forest of Eucalyptus terraticornis, koala, caviar. We live in the best place, forming friendships with beautiful people who attend the garden club, the CWA, the choir, or the writers group. Come and meet them sometime. We connect to this place. The names of great-grandfather Arrhenius Watson and his son Alfred are engraved on the World War I cenotaph in Crow's Nest. Arrhenius died on Christmas Day, 1916, and Alfred in 1918. Never to return, never to put down their roots, sacrificing their lives for us. They were timber loggers, their memory rooted deep in my DNA. 3 years ago, we lost our own little Pookie to breast cancer. We created a peaceful memorial garden in the beauty of the Somerset region for her. It is impossible to imagine surviving this tragedy if we lived elsewhere. Yes, life is cruel in this wonderful world.